The question tonight is, how can we as young people add to the building of our nation? Whether you're from Nigeria or any other country, how can you add as a young person to the growth of your nation? How can we add as to the growth of our nation? How can we? And that's what I want to share. So we've concluded by defining who a young person is. The next thing is, what is a nation? What is building? And then what is nation building? And so a nation simply bound by yes, a constitution, bound by a landmass, bound by geographic location, bound by the people, bound by many other structures, bound by currency, bound by a whole number of things that define a nation. Building is an endeavor. Building is a process, and so that's why no physical building is built in one day. Building goes through a process. There's a process to building, and once the bedrock is made, we find that we have different strata of molding blocks upon one another until the entire structure is finished. And so, but one striking thing is that the foundation must be laid. The foundation must be laid, and perhaps I may not be sure if this is the issue with our nation in terms of corporately as Nigeria. But personally, to you watching, the question I'm asking is, what is your bedrock as a young person? Right? What is your bedrock as a young person? And your bedrock talks about your vision. So, do you have a personal vision yourself? And then corporately as a nation, what is our corporate vision? What is the Nigerian vision? Without a personal vision, it's going to be a struggle to add to the development of our nation. It's going to be a whole lot struggle to add to the development of our nation. Let me talk about three major areas of the first. I call it political stability. Political stability. Before we can get to a point that we say, yes, our building is firm, our building is well-based, our building is sustainable, our building is growing. We need to get to a point whereby we can really say and reckon that yes, the Nigerian vision is politically stable. The second part of nation building is what I call peaceful coexistence. Of course, we can't overemphasize this. If there's uprising and uproars and wars and all forms of settlement in the nation, it will hinder and hinder growth, to hinder a number of development. So that is a major strata to nation building, peaceful coexistence. And the third one is the focus of my session this evening. It talks about visible and viable growth and development. Visible and viable growth and development. Watch the two words. One, the growth must be visible. We can see it, we can feel it, we can sense it. It's not in the theory, it's not in a postponed one. Visible ones we can see. And the second thing that is viable. We see that this is really a form of growth. We see that this is really something we can reckon with as advancing a nation. And so that is my focus. And you may be thinking, why is that my focus tonight? My focus on that is because that is one major area we can exert our influence as young people in our nation. We may not be political leaders, we may not be officials in governance, we may not have leadership positions, but whichever way, we may not be that. But I'm very sure that every one of us can exert visible and viable growth and development, and that is through the works of our hands. Nation building is a concerted effort of the citizenry of a nation to advance the growth and development of a nation via individual purposes and calling. Nation building is a concerted effort. Concerted in the sense that we can't just have disarray in growth and development. It must be concerted. concerted effort of the citizenry. And guess what? Young people constitute a bulk of the citizenry of a nation. Nigeria as a whole, more than half of the population of our nation are young people. Wow. And so, nation building is a concerted effort of the citizenry of a nation, and Nigeria is our nation, to advance the growth, to advance the development of our nation via our purposes, via the works of via our careers. That is one major area we can advance a nation. Guess what? Let me give this analogy. Nigeria is like a building construction. Now, imagine Nigeria is a skyscraper going to the nth number of floors. We don't know how many floors the Nigerian building project is going. We don't know. But imagine Nigeria is a skyscraper going to nth floor. And it has passed through the first floor, the second floor, the third floor, the fourth floor, the fifth floor, the seventh, and is at the 57th floor now. The question is this: in the construction of the building of our nation, there are different elements, right? We have the floor, we have the walls, we have the windows, we have the various interior elements and fittings and fixtures. We have various plumbing and apparatus. We have the ceiling. We have different parts of the building. And guess what? There is no minor one. If you finish a building without a window, it's not a finished building. If you finish a building without painting, it's not yet finished. If you finish the building without major apparatus, major fittings, it's not finished. And so there is no small contribution to a building project. Now, here is the crux of this illustration. Nigeria is at its 57th floor. Which part of this construction are you involved in? Hey, watch this, young people. Which part of the construction of Nigeria are you involved in? Are you putting in the windows? Oh, it could be small, but are you putting in some part of the window? Are you painting some part of the construction project of Nigeria? Or is just to fit in the light fittings, the bulbs and all of the apparatus? It's just to put in the walls. What is your own? And this does not have to do by having a leadership position. No. What is your own contribution in this? What is yours? Is yours to tile the floor? Or is yours to mop the floor? The floor has been tiled. Yours could be to mop the floor. What is yours? What is yours? Yours could be perhaps to add a wallpaper or a decal on the wall. What's your own? Nigerian is like a construction project, but each one has a part to play, and young people have a larger chunk of a part to play. What is yours? It's not about the size, it's about the contribution. 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 What is yours? What is yours? What is yours? This is what is most striking, and the thought that I want to begin to think about. I'm going to go on a short break. When I'm back, I'm going to share with you how you can contribute to the building project of Nigeria. I celebrate you so much. Thanks for watching.